In this video, I'm going to show you how I've created our checklist planner for our homeschool. I'm Michelle, and this is A Common Life. I'm a homeschooling mom of 5 kids ages 4 through 12, and I recently did a video where I shared the planner that I created for our homeschool. And I had a lot of requests to show you how I actually made this planner myself. So that's what this video is all about. It is incredibly simple, and all you need is a Gmail account and access to Google Docs to be able to create this. First, you just create a new document in Google Docs. Obviously, you click the word document, and then you will have a blank document in front of you. This is just basically a document full of different tables. So you're going to go to Insert and down to Table, and you are going to create a table based on your needs. Now, this checklist is based on different assignments per child and how many days a week you are doing homeschool. So if you're doing a 4-day week, you're going to need less columns than if you were doing a 5-day week. And then if you're doing lots of different subjects, you're going to need many more columns. So here's an example of what ours actually looks like. You can see I have it set up for a 5-day week. I have a section for all of the assignments that we have completed. And then each of the rows is a different subject that the kids are working on. So obviously this is going to vary from person to person, child to child, homeschool to homeschool. But this is basically what we're doing currently, and this changes from time to time. So here you are back at your new document, and you are going to create smaller columns for the actual checklist boxes. Now, since we are doing a 5-day week here, I decided to make 5 boxes for our checklists, and I had to kind of move things around and do it by eye because I realized I need a little bit more room to write out the actual assignments. So once you have determined how many columns that you need, you just move everything around to make it work the best for you. Then you will go ahead and write in the days of the week. You can write out just the letters or the full days or however you want, but I wanted to keep my check boxes really small, so I just wrote the first letter of each day of the week. Then I went and chose my font. Obviously, you can choose whichever font you want, then choose the size that fits best for you. I always like to make it bold just so it stands out, and center it. The column all the way to the right are the assignments, and that's where I actually write down whichever assignments we get done during that week. And then the column that is over on the left is where all of the different books and curriculum and subjects go. So I'm just making up a few here. I've got math, reading, writing, and then you can just add whatever else you might need. Now, if you need more columns, instead of going to Insert, you go up to Format. You go to Format, Table, and then you can insert a row below, above, or you can insert a column, or you can delete, whatever you need to do. But that's where you need to go. You need to go to Format, Table. So I'm going to insert a row below, and I'm going to add in as many subjects as I might need here. Each of my 5 children are studying different things throughout the year, and so the checklist actually changes from time to time. But I just write their name at the very top with the curriculum, and I have everything all laid out for myself, and it makes it really easy. So all I do at this point is I just copy and paste for however many children need one of these little checklists. So now I'm writing in Gregory's name, and then I'm going to go down and make sure that I have all of the correct subjects for him, because like I said, different children have different subjects that they're studying. And so you can obviously add more columns or add more rows or take away rows or do whatever you need to do to make this work the best for your family. Then there are several subjects that our boys do together. So I'm going to create another table for all of those subjects rather than having to write down all of the information 2 times. I will just have a completely separate table here down at the bottom for the combined subjects that the boys are doing together. So I'll write combined subjects, and then I will write the names of the actual subjects down below. And then I will write down the assignments that we have completed, and then any of the books or materials that we will need for those subjects. Now for the combined subjects, the way that we do it is we just do it twice a week. This will obviously vary from family to family. Maybe you do it every single day. You might need more columns. You might need more rows. It just depends on whatever you need. Now, one thing that I always like to do is to make sure that everything is completely centered. And that just makes it look nicer. And that's just the way I personally prefer it to look. Now at the very top, I write down homeschool. You can write down whatever you want. Homeschool assignments, homeschool week, homeschool, anything that you want to write up there. It doesn't even have to say homeschool if you don't want that. Then I write below that the week, and I will write week of, and then I will write the date, the first day of the week to the last day of the week. And you can do this however you want. If you are planning on kind of filling this in on your computer rather than handwriting it, obviously then you just write out the date and then just print out each page each week. It just depends on how you want to do it. Obviously, it's different for everyone. So this is the way that I do it, and I print out several pages all at once. That way I can just fill in the dates when we get to that week. At this point, you can be creative. You can add clip art, you can add inspirational quotes, you can add different fonts, you can do whatever you want to make it yours. Obviously, this is incredibly customizable. So if you don't have any combined subject and you have more children, then just copy and paste once again. So I'm going to delete this subjects here, then I'm going to copy one of the tables and I'm going to paste another one down below. And I'm going to edit it for my son, Eric. And obviously, Eric does not have all of the same subjects, so I'm going to go ahead and delete all of those and add the subjects that he needs. Maybe he doesn't even do school every single day of the week, so I can go ahead and delete a column or delete a row or whatever I need to do to make it work for him. That's why I love doing this, because even if things change during the middle of the year, you just have to go into your document, change things around, and print off some new copies. And so I never print a lot ahead of time. I just print a few weeks, and that's about it. Then if you only have a couple students, you can widen things and give yourself some more room. So here I'm just making each of the rows a little bit wider, and then I'm going to table properties again so that everything is perfectly centered so that it looks nice. So you need a middle cell vertical alignment and then center table alignment, and everything will be centered at that point. And then also, I like to kind of change things up. Some children will have one font while another child will have a different font. And then I will go in and I will also add some color depending on, the child or the subject or whatever I want. So you can do everything in just black and white with different shades of gray, which is usually what I do because I don't like to waste colored ink. But if you want to be creative and add some color, then you go there and pick out lots of different colors for each of the different rows, or you could do the columns in different colors, or you could do each table in a different color. We color code our children. They each have their own separate color. And so maybe I would give Gregory's chart an orange color and John's chart a green color. And then it would be really easy to know without really even having to read whose chart is whose, because all of their books are color coded like that. So you can make this however you want. Another fun thing to do is to go and change all of the different fonts. And I love having different fonts just to make it look cute and fun. And obviously there are so many options, so you can just do whatever you want and make it work for you. As you can see, this is incredibly simple to create. All you need is a Google account, and then you can just create docs as you need. And the nice thing is that if you have a phone, you can also access all of these on your phone as well. So if you want to type in all of the assignments, you can have access to them all the time. So here's just a look at what ours looks like in my Happy Planner. I have a hole punch for my Happy Planner, so I printed on some thin cardstock, not really thick cardstock, but a little bit thicker than just regular paper, and then I hole punch it and I insert it into my Happy Planner, and it works perfectly for us. And I will just fill in things as I need them, and it works really well for us. So I hope this video was helpful to you. If you have any questions, please put them down in the comments below, and subscribe if you'd like to see more videos like this in the future. Thank you so much for watching, and have a great day.